Hey everyone. So I wanted to give a little commentary on top of this replay that I had a few days ago. This was in a Hero League match. I was solo queuing. And the main purpose of this replay is to show how when you're down even more than 2 levels, that you can easily come back if you just keep at it. This game has tons of comeback potential. The later the game goes, you get closer to the same level, so if you win a team fight, you can easily turn the game around. So I'm playing Diablo. We have a Sylvanas, a Jaina, a Falstad, and a Brightwing on our team. I was going to pick ETC, but ETC got picked right before I could pick. But we did pick up Falstad and Brightwing, which are very good on this map because you can apply pressure and move all across the map very quickly. So we're just gonna go around and just play some commentary on top of the game here. We have Jaina going bot with Falstad. Hopefully Falstad moves around. See, there's a little fight coming up here. Zagara's here. There's 4 bot, so let's see what happens here. Falstad's getting poked up, and he's down to 25%, so he has to tap immediately. Brightwing and Sylvanas are alone in mid, so Sylvanas is doing her thing and pushing. Down here, there's still more fighting. Brightwing, being the good guy that he is, teleports over to save Falstad and apply some heals, so that's good, so they can apply some pressure here in the bot lane. We're going against a Vala, a Lily, Zeratul, Zagara, and ETC. Up top, it's just ETC and I, and there's a cool part coming up here in a little bit, so I'll stay up here. This Zeratul, or there's a bunch that are, I don't remember Zagara coming up. Yeah, he's just putting his plants down. So, Zagara comes up here and they're going to try to gank me. ETC was going a little too hard, so I kept punishing him by flipping him over and pushing him into the gate here. I noticed that Zeratul's here, that's why I pinged over here. So as you see, ETC's taking turret shots, so I just go around and I just grab and I push, and I just hit my W, and then he just dies. So this is a pretty failed gank up there. ETC was a little greedy for some reason. So we have a nice early lead, we got first blood, and we're doing pretty okay so far. No one else has died. Falstat's going up to help. Sylvanas is doing just fine in mid, and Jaina and Brightwing are holding their ground at bot. Zeratul here has to blink, and Tribute is just spawned, and it's right on top of, or it's right below myself and Falstad. But they are all showing up. But luckily our whole team knows to come up. Brightwing's probably going to teleport. Falstad here gets caught out completely by himself for some reason. I dive in to try to help, but it might not be enough, and it's not. We pick up Zagara in the middle, but then everybody else instantly drops low, and Jaina is not here yet. Jaina was taken the long way, or Hearth first, which came over here. But luckily we're still able to apply some kills. Jaina shows up, I get the grab on Vala, we pick them off, and it's just ETC and Lily alive, and Zagara just respawned, but Lily decided to stay bot. So, we're able to pick up this first tribute pretty easily, and I think he takes out ETC? No, ETC gets off the power cord right at the right time. So, we didn't do incredibly well, our Sylvanas died there as well, but we did pick up the first tribute, which is all that matters. It's simply because Lily did not come up top, so that was really good for us. So now we start getting back set up. They're clearing this mid wave, but bot lane we're not doing anything, so hopefully people start going bot. It looks like Falstad got caught out here not looking where he was going, so that's not good. Sylvanas is trying to get the kill on Lily, but it's Lily with 3 other people, so that's probably not going to happen. Luckily she gets out. Brightwing has bribes and captures this camp, and the next tribute spawns right near the first one. So I'm obviously right here already. So we start going to the tribute. Jaina Hearth, so she's going to be late. It's a mess. 3 of them are already here against just me. Brightwing teleports. Vala and Zeratul are attacking Sylvanas, and then it's 3 of us versus the 5 of them. All 5 of them came this time. So this is not looking good at all. We try to stall a little bit. Jaina shows up. We get the flip on Lily. I try to go in and try to kill her. And she does what she's supposed to do and kites all the way around. So we're busy trying to kill her and we can't kill anybody else. Our Falstad barely makes it out. I'm trying to do what I can, and Zagara hits a really good Q there, and that ends up killing me. And then they collapse on Brightwing, but they're all pretty low, so let's see if I can remember if they go back in. It looks like Zagara is zoning them out pretty well. So Jane is forced to get out. Sylvanas is trying to apply pressure, but it's just her alone, and that's not enough. So they force all of us out, and they're going to pick up the tribute.
What's this?
And here, our Brightwing disconnects at 450. This is another big part of this that I forgot to mention at the beginning. Oh, well, I don't know what Falstaff's doing here. Brightwing disconnects at 450. We play most of the game without our Brightwing. So yes, the Brightwing is CPU controlled, but as you can see right here, Brightwing ends up pushing way too far and gets caught out by Vala shortly. So we're playing this whole game, and this is where the game starts to go round on us. So we drop that tribute. You're going to see they already have a level ahead. And now we don't have our healer, our one healer who can teleport to us and all this stuff. So we're without our healer, and Brightwing just pushes this lane all by itself. And Vala just ends up punishing it. Up top, Falstaff is collecting XP. I'm here mid trying to collect some XP and do some little pushing myself. Sylvanas is coming to join me at mid. And so is Jaina. So Falstaff's just here farming it up. Falstaff decides to fly to come mid. You see that Zagara is pretty low, so try to get a kill on Zagara. We're able to make that happen. Tribute spawns here down bot. Brightwing, being the CPU, good guy that it is, shows up. And look at all of us. We're all right here ready to go. So we can get to set up on this point real quickly. But our Brightwing is the CPU, remember. So it's sitting here on the front line of the fight, taking all the damage instead of being in the back. I almost get the tribute right there on my own. They're all pretty low, so I try to do some damage to them. But then you see we start falling low, and our Brightwing is nowhere to be found to heal us. So we lost our healer, we all fall low, they all show up, and they start knocking us. Well, they don't kill us, but they force us out. They do get the kill on two of us. Brightwing just pieces out. I'm not even able to piece out. So right here, as you can see, we're already down by quite a few levels. And our Brightwing has been disconnected for 2 minutes now. So it's just under 2.5 levels that we are down by right now. So they go ahead and make the call to jump on the boss, which is good because we almost just died and we have to get back to lanes and all of that. So they're going to grab the boss off of this. As you can see, they're definitely closing in on getting very, very many levels ahead of us here. We just hit 9 and they're already halfway to 11. So they pick up the boss. We're just trying to get back to lane, do whatever we can here. So Sylvanas is doing her job and pushing, which is good for her. This is where they cap the boss. Vala's down here. They're already entering our bot turret quite well, or our bot lane right here. Jaina starts doing these mercs with Brightwing there to help. And we have a tribute spawn. I'm all the way up top, so I'm really out of position. Of course, I start heading down. Vala starts picking up Falstad. They try to 1v1. Falstad's definitely winning, but he goes in too deep, and now they all show up. But luckily, he can get out. While they're able to get the tribute down bot, while our boss is pushing right here. So we're just not letting them have it because our Jaina and our Brightwing are for some reason up here. I'm not quite sure what they're doing. But you can see here now we're almost a full 2 levels behind. They have camps here pushing. They just got their curse on us. They're pushing bot lane with the rest of their boss real hard on us. I'm trying to clean up this camp while the rest of them here are bot trying to clean up the boss in this push. But even they're getting caught out. Getting very low on health. Jaina puts some good pressure on as best she can. Boss is almost dead. And then Zeratul hits a really good stun right there on us. And then they're going to clean everyone up here, looks like. ETC gets his mosh pit off, and then they start mauling. There's a good maul right there on Jaina. And she luckily gets out. Very low health, but she gets out. And you can see they're just totally taking out our fort at the bot lane. Sylvanas is pushing a little way too hard. ETC takes the opportunity to go in and get the kill. Falstad's still super low, so Zagara can come in and poke. And I just finished taking care of the camps that were up here that are still pushing real hard in mid lane. And now the creep wave up here is even pushing top lane. So we're in really deep trouble. We're more than 2 levels down. And our Brightwing reconnects. I'm not sure when exactly they reconnected. I missed it. I'm sorry. But as you can see, they were disconnected for 4 to 5 minutes. And we are down a lot of levels. So with our Brightwing back, we just try to regroup. The curse is over, so if we play solid, we'll see if we can hold them off, make a comeback. So we grab this Marcamp. They're all mid. As you can see, our Brightwing is instantly putting in a lot more pressure by taking ETC down half health by himself. I come in, miss the grab on the ETC, I grab the minion. We're trying to slow them down mid. Everyone shows up. I hit a good stun on them to slow them down. Lily hits a good ult. I think we're able to slide to knock some of these guys down. Even with the Lily ult, well, the Lily ult kept all of them alive. And our Brightwing is barely alive. We did kill the Zeratul. Our Brightwing ended up falling. But they're all pretty low. So let's see what happens here in mid. And remember, we're down 2 levels. We're just trying to hold our ground here. And then Sylvanas gets caught out, we're down again. So we grab, one of our members gets mods, not much we can do. We don't even get the kill on Zagara, and I'm here low, hoping I can kill Zagara, and I can't. So another kill on us again, we're down 2.5 levels. It's not looking good for us at all. Only Jaina and Brightwing are up. They're coming here mid, trying to hold them off, trying to hold off this creep wave as much as we can. We end up holding them off there. And now we're all up. Falset's up in 4 seconds. Tribute should probably be spawning very shortly. I decide to head up top to stop this creep wave. Brightwing's doing some damage on creeps here mid. No one is bot, but the tribute spawns, and luckily the tribute spawns up top where most of us are. So we all go to tribute. We know we need to get tribute, but we are 2.5 levels down. So it's not looking good for us. Falstad flies in. Everyone arrives. ETC, their tank, is lagging behind. So if we can get a pick off here, we're in good shape. But the Vala comes in and ults and brings all of us down to very low health. I stun, try to do whatever I can. It's not looking good. Zeratul goes in, and he dies, so that's good for us. But we're all pretty low. I ended up dying, trying to hold them off, and then they all just decided to back out. Jaina's getting slow, and then ETC with a good stun, but doesn't push them back. Jaina's able to turn and get the kill, but she does get punished for doing that. But notice they still have not grabbed the tribute, and I'm back up now. Or I'm not back up, but Falstad's back here. He's healed up. Sylvanas is back. Sylvanas is doing some damage. Zeratul to Zagara and Lily, and they have to back out. So hopefully now we can grab the tribute real quick, and that's exactly what they tried to do. Or at least hold them off until the rest of the team can show up. So Zagara lands a nice maw, holds us back for even more. Sylvanas tries to grab it right here because the rest of them didn't make it in time, and we end up grabbing this tribute. So we just held on as long as we could, persisted, tried to hold them off, and ended up picking up the tribute. So I said, okay, let's grab this minion camp while we're right here. Let's try to stay solid. We're still down levels, but we're not quite down as much anymore. We ended up picking up here, and these guys are overstaying too long, and we just picked up minions. So could have forced a fight right here. Jaina goes in a little too deep, ends up going down to 30% health. It's not good at all. All of them show up. We're all still right here. Zeratul hits a 6 stun, but that gives time for everybody else to show up. So Falstad hits an ult right there, and everyone else is here. I go in, try to do what I can to stun everybody off. I end up dying, but I get the stun off. They pick off ETC pretty easily. Vala is very, very low. Falstad wants her. Falstad gets her. Falstad goes back in for some reason and ends up getting killed. Sylvanas and Jaina are still here, but they get picked off. Luckily, Sylvanas survives. Brightwing decides to go back. So that didn't go super well for us, but we were able to hold them off and not let them wipe us. Now the next tribute spawns, and a lot of us are down. So it doesn't look like we're going to get this one, considering all of them are here. But notice that our minions are pushing really hard at mid that we were able to capture. So that's really good for us. I make the call to go check the boss, because the tribute had spawned down here, and they didn't get it. And I said, don't do it yet, to be safe. Then we decided to go up top. I see a minion wave up here, so we decided to apply some pressure top. We're able to take out their heal right there, and Sylvanas is here to help us grab these resources right here. Jaina was pinging the boss, but luckily she saw that we were over here. We pick up Vala off on our own. That was a big mistake by her. And now there's a Zeratul right here. Hopefully we can notice him. And we don't? No. Wow, how lucky were they? So now that we picked up Vala, I make the call to go grab the boss. During all this, Brightwing was down here picking up this camp, which is going to help us hold off this minion wave down bot. Now the only other thing that's happening, so we're able to grab the boss. The only thing that's happening is that they have their own knights coming at us at mid. But we do have a Brightwing, good guy Brightwing. He's repairing our fort right here. He's trying to hold them off as best he can. So while all that's happening, we're up here getting the boss. So we're making a comeback, and now look at the levels. Here we are. Bam. Less than a level behind. Tribute spawns right near us where we got the boss. So this is great for us. We have to leave these knights here, but we are able to get the tribute because their Vala still is not up, and their ETC is out of position, and we have everyone here. So we're able to set up for the tribute. Lily makes her a grab. I call the stun. Their ult is down. We pick up Zagara very easily. She gets melted. Jaina hits a nice freeze right here. Zeratul falls low. I pick him up. He ends up having to blink. ETC gets wrecked because she didn't stun Jaina. Or the blizzard hit on Jaina, and now they have to push out, and we grab this tribute, and now we're right back into the game. It is neck and neck. We grab the curse. I make a quick decision to go here and pick out these knights before we start pushing. Falstad and myself get down here, but our minions have already picked them up. So now we decide to push top because our boss is sitting here. So while our boss is pushing top, we make the call to push mid because there's nothing here. So we all group up, push mid. We also have our giants sitting here pushing bot, wrecking this lane. So we have our boss up top with some support from two of our guys. The rest of us are sitting here killing mid, and we have our giants killing bot. So right now we're in great shape. I make the call and I say try not to die because it's late game, and if we're able to get, that's why their Vala is out in 40 seconds. So if we're able to get some picks off here, we'll be in great shape. We have a number advantage right now. We have camp advantage right now. We're doing great things. I make the call right now since we're pushing so hard. Let's go see if we can grab their boss. So Falstad flies, everyone arrives, and we start the boss. Sylvanas and Brightwing are having a little trouble getting away here. I call our stuns to try to, I call my ult to try to hold them off, my heroic, sorry, to try to hold them off as much as possible. Sylvanas gets caught close, gets able to escape. Is she going to be able to hold him off? Looks like she might be able to get away. This is probably going to blink. During all this, we are capturing their boss. So we're able to do that. Sylvanas still able to get away. Brightwing there with a clutch save. Sylvanas died. We might not have been as good a shape as we thought we were. But we were. Sylvanas was able to escape, luckily. So we got our boss. We all back, get some heals. And now we're going to go pick up this camp right here. We have ETC sitting here farming mid alone. They see that. We're going to try to kill him. And I don't know what he's doing, but he is not escaping. ETC ends up getting wrecked. So right there, that's a 60-second death timer on ETC. So that's great for us. So we're going to go pick up our knights. They're stuck here pushing their boss, their boss, but we captured it ourselves. He was able to get through the gate right there, which is pretty big. Sylvanas leaves us to get the knights while she goes and pushes mid to get as much progress as we can. And now we decide, I believe we decide here to make a group to push as mid together. We're going to go pick up our last set of giants right here. We might as well clean up our own. Zeratul's picking up on Sylvanas right now. See if she can get away. I decide to come help her. Brightwing comes and helps too. Easy pick on Zeratul because of the teamwork and the cooperation to show up together. Zeratul ends up having to blow his heroic to keep us stunned away from them. But look at the rest of our team. Jaina, Falstad, right behind us. So right now, here's the fight. They have no tank. I call my heroic, stun them, and we just melt them. Easy. Jaina, everyone's heroic. Everyone just gets melted. And just like that, we're up by 2 levels, or 1 level basically, and then they all have 50+ second death timers, and we can just push mid and win the game. So right here, we had a disconnect in this game for 4 or 5 minutes. really ended up hurting us because it didn't heal us when we needed it. But we ended up falling down 2.5 levels throughout the course of the game. But we were able to stick with it, pick up our camps, play smart, try to get fights whenever they got punished for going in too hard, and we were able to pick up the game with a really nice comeback. So, just a message for all you Heroes players, don't get so upset if you're down so many levels, you can always come back, play safe, look for your fights, you can make it happen.